Hello, all you coin aficionados out there, and welcome again to the DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today we have for you a 1990 US quarter dollar or 25-cent piece. We see George Washington on the front facing to the left, or to our left. It says Liberty across the top. Underneath his chin it says In God We Trust, and down here below it says 1990. If we look behind George, we see that there is a mint mark back here. And so this is after the Philadelphia Mint started putting mint marks on. That's a P for Philadelphia. Now, many of you know that Philadelphia for many years did not put a mint mark on. And in those cases, if you ever saw a plain coin with no mint mark, you'd know it was Philadelphia. But now Philadelphia does put its mint mark or its P on there. If we tip this quarter up, we see that it's kind of shiny. It has a nickel kind of plated. And then inside we see that it is copper inside. So this is a copper nickel clad coin. It weighs about 5.67 grams and is 24.26 millimeters in diameter. If we look at the back, we see it says E Pluribus Unum here. It says United States of America across the top. It says quarter dollar down here, and then right in here we see that there is some olive branches or olive sprays, they call them, essentially these little shoots of olive that are tied together here. Underneath the eagle we can see his claws very tightly holding onto what looked initially like a branch, but it's not. This is actually a shaft of arrows. So this is a bunch of arrows that are bound together by the eagle's claws, and he's holding them. You can actually see his tail coming down below the arrows here. So this is a symbol of both power and might and war. And then the olive underneath is the symbol, the olive sprays or olive branches are the symbol of peace. Now this coin was a highly, highly, highly minted coin. Oh, I should say the reverse of this coin was John Flanagan is the person who engraved this coin, and so you can just see just how fine the engraving is that he did on here. The front of the coin was engraved by John Flanagan also, and so if we turn it to the front just for a second, we can see that it has the same essentially kind of engraving. So it's a John Flanagan engraved coin. And if we look right in here, we can see just how tightly the hair is bound and how he's kind of done the details on it. Now, as I was saying, this coin was highly minted. The first year of mintage in 1965, they made 1.8 billion of these coins. From there, they made 1.5 billion, and then they went down to 230,000 one year in the 70s, and then they went back up, and by 1990 this coin at the Philadelphia Mint, there were 636 million of these made, and there were also 613 million of these made. There were also 927 Denver Mint. So the P would be Philadelphia. There would be a D for Denver back here. And there is also an S Mint, and that is the San Francisco Mint, but you won't see that very frequently in coins in circulation because they only made proof coins there. They did make a lot of proof coins. They made 3.3 million proof coins, but those are almost always going to be found in a mint set because they're worth much more if you leave them in a set than they are in circulation. This coin is worth about 25 cents US in the shape that it's in. It probably will never appreciate much in value unless at some point it gets taken out of circulation. But even then, when you have billions and billions of these coins, unlikely it's ever going to achieve any collector's value. But it's a good coin to have in your collection if you need to fill out the 1990 slot with the Philadelphia. And there is another quarter out there that people talk about, and that is a double struck. So in 1990, there were some error coins with a double striking on them, and that is double striking on the reverse, where it says unum. But this one is not one of those double struck ones. It is messy on the back. It is kind of beat up, but unfortunately this isn't one of the double struck ones. It would be worth, some people say, as much as $100,000 for the double struck ones. This is a badly struck one, and you can see that the planchet was wearing out by the time they got to this one, because they struck so many of these coins. But this is not an error coin. This is simply a regular coin that's been very badly beat up and was probably minted at the very end of the 600 million coin run. All right, that's all we have today from the DC Coin World International Coin channel. We'd love to have you leave a comment in the comment section, and if you have interest in world and international coins, feel free to subscribe to our DC Coin World International Coin channel.